So what's up, guys? Today I'm going to be giving you guys a bike check of my 2021 Commencal Meta HT. If you guys watched the previous video, I don't know if you have, I did a review and then some riding footage with it, but I never really showed you guys the actual parts and told you about this bike in depth. I just kind of rode it and told you how I liked it. And so now I'm going to be telling you about the specs, the parts, and really dive deep into this bike. Okay, so starting off at the front of this bike with the fork, which is really the meat and potatoes, you know, the most important thing on a hardtail, because that is your only suspension, you know. You just got your squishiness for your hands, you know. You don't got anything to cushion your rear. So for the fork, we are running a 150mm 27.5-inch wheel size RockShox Recon fork. It has a single compression adjuster knob, and then on the bottom, I don't feel like getting down to show you guys, but it has a rebound knob, and that's about it. It's pretty basic adjustment wise. Oh, and you have a little sag meter, but yeah, pretty basic adjustments, but it works really good for a little bit cheaper of an air fork. It is very good. It's pretty plush, not quite as good as the expensive forks, but it'll really get the job done, and it works pretty dang nicely. Okay, now moving on to wheels / wheel set. These are the 30mm rim width WTB wheels. I don't know the exact name, but they're WTB, and all I can say is that these wheels are freaking crazy strong. I have ran as low as 18 psi and smashed rocks with these wheels, and they are still true as can be. I have not had to true them once. They are very true, they are very strong, and I would definitely recommend these. So now we're moving on to brakes. For the brakes, I was a little cautious when I first bought this bike. They are Tektros. If you don't know what they are, they're the slightly cheaper versions of the TRPs, but they are surprisingly really good. They're only about $100 for the kit, each one, so 200 in total, but they are very good. They're 4-piston, they're very strong, they're pretty dang strong for a little bit cheaper of a brake set, and their modulation is really good. You know, I can pull stoppies pretty easy, slide the wheel around with ease if I need to. Yeah, not too much to say about the brakes, but they work pretty dang good. Now moving on to dropper post, we have a 150mm Trans X dropper post. Yeah, you know, I can't review the dropper post too much, you know, goes up and down, works fine. All I needed to do, get me up the hill. Okay, now moving on to cockpit and the components up front. We have the race face Chester bar, and then we have a race face stem, and then we've got some Deity grips, and then down here also Deity pedals, but I just put those on there because I live right by where their warehouse is, and I really like their components. But I really love the bend on this race face bar. It really suits my kind of long arms and long arm span, or wingspan I should say. But yeah, overall, like, I think this bike comes with stock, has a really good cockpit, good components, good durability. Yeah. And finally, moving on to drivetrain. So originally this bike had a SRAM NX Eagle drivetrain, which I loved, and then I destroyed the hell out of it. I pretty much mauled the derailleur and bent the cassette in a pretty bad crash, and fortunately the wheel had no damage, surprisingly. But so I replaced it with the cheapest thing I could find, which was a SRAM 10-speed X5. It was about $100 for the whole thing, and that's what I put on there. But it still works fine. And remember, if you're buying this bike brand new, it does not have what I have. It has a way better drivetrain, so just keep that in mind. And that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching my bike check. Hope you enjoyed. Peace out, and I'll see you in the next one.